Joining us here for our leadership team introductions. So for the next segment of this session, we're going to be introducing the leadership team members, which includes the North Carolina Alliance for Health, Center for Black Health and Equity, Carolina Hunger Initiative, and A Better Chance, A Better Community. And so I'm going to turn it over to the North Carolina Alliance for Health.
Awesome. Thanks, Jessica. Apologies, my camera is not working again. I don't know what's going on today. But online with me, I have Katie, and Morgan and Marianne are also with the North Carolina Alliance for Health, but I don't think they're on right now. So let's dive in here. So who are we? At the North Carolina Alliance for Health, we convene, mobilize, support, and empower our partners. Our goal is to advance equitable policies that reduce health disparities, prevent chronic disease, and promote health. As you know, we're here for School Meals for All, and that is one of our biggest policy initiatives right now. And I'd like to give Katie a moment to just talk about one of our other things that we do called Local. If you want to pop in, Katie, tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So Local is our capacity building kind of strategy sessions that we do with local coalitions around making local policy change.
Awesome, thanks. So really quickly, these are just a few policy wins that we have had in the past couple of years. So securing $3.9 million in non-recurring funding to eliminate the reduced price lunch copay. So that is during the 2020 and 2022 years. That's currently going on. And then securing $6 million of non-recurring funds to the North Carolina Feeding the Americas food banks. I feel like I saw someone from Feeding the Carolinas online earlier this morning. Not sure if they're still on. Securing $75 million for school nutrition programs in 2020. Just to read through a couple of others of these. Secured $62,500 in non-recurring funds to the Safe Plates program at the NC State University to develop a set of standard operating procedures for organizations to safely recapture unserved prepared food. So that was through the cooperative extension, and making stationary or statutory changes that decrease the amount of indirect costs that school nutrition programs pay to the districts. And we are really hoping to add School Meals for All to this list of policy wins in the coming either partially in this session and in the coming sessions to get that full School Meals for All. And just to introduce our staff to you, so Morgan Whitman-Grumman is our executive director. We have Marianne Went, who is our programs manager. Katie Dawkins is our communications manager, and I am Alicia Sanders, and I'm the partner engagement coordinator. If you are in the School Meals for All coalition and have talked about a story around School Meals for All, you have probably received an email from me to engage in the campaign. And if you have a story surrounding school meals, I would be absolutely delighted to talk with you about that. And also you can follow us online, or Twitter and Instagram are here. I know Katie is live tweeting today. Feel free to just retweet those if you want to. And I know our other leadership team members are also posting on social today. So I want to hand it over to Michaela.
All right, hi everybody. Good morning. My name is Michaela Johnson. I am the Diversity and Inclusion Director for ABC2, and I wanted to share a little bit about ABC2 and what we do. So we were founded in 2012 by Chester Williams, who is on the call today. I think he spoke a little bit earlier about the Youth Power Hour we're going to be hosting. But this organization was created in mind with empowering young people, trying to provide programs that have positive values, healthy habits, and education in communities, specifically rural communities, with the idea that world changers are game changers. You can take me to the next slide, please. So I want to share a little bit about our mission. So these three things, they all basically say the same thing to me, but they kind of expand upon each other. So our mission is to connect rural communities with resources to activate youth power, to advocate for realistic solutions and healthier lifestyles. And within that, with activating youth powers for thriving communities, we believe that all communities are thriving. We don't believe that communities don't have things going on, that people aren't contributing. Communities are alive, they're moving, they are making this world a better place for the people that live there. But we're also fostering grassroots organizing strategies for civic engagement, health equity, environmental justice, and economic vitality. And with our mission statements kind of in mind, I want to share with you kind of like the 4 elements of ABC2. This whole element thing, that's all Chester's idea. He is a very big math person. I am not. But with ABC2 and kind of like the 4 things that we do our work in, revolve around, we are big on healthy living in whatever way, shape, or form that can come from. That can come from looking at food, looking at physical activity, recreation, different things like that. We have big civic engagement pieces. Also our World Changers program. And also we focus on entrepreneurship. And you can follow us at ABC2NC on Instagram and I believe Facebook as well. So ABC2 101, this is going to be a really quick rundown of the millions of things that ABC2 does. We are very involved in a lot of different pots, but we have a big focus on recreation equity, making sure that recreation resources, activities are spread out equitably throughout cities, towns, counties, the state. We also have created healthy food access maps to let people know that they may happen to live in a food desert where they can access healthy food, whether that's the grocery store or the corner store. We also have done community walk audits with our GIS club, letting people have the opportunity to assess the walkability of their towns and finding ways to compile that information and possibly present that to their local government. The historic Halifax Farmers Market. We also have a 2-acre community farm, which I'm very proud of and is very great. We are also the 4-H Grow K Food Council. As we are all here today, we're one of the lead partners for this wonderful campaign. As far as our civic engagement parties, we host census parties, party at the polls and party to the polls, where we bring the food and music and just the education and encouragement of civic engagement to the people. But we also have vax equity parties to make sure that every one has access to vaccines, whether that's the COVID vaccine or starting up. We're going to start looking at how we can make sure vaccines are equitable to everyone. We also are part of the redistricting forums, youth candidates forums, and lowering the NC voting age to 16. So like I said, youth power is a big part of what we do. We want to make sure that youth are the driving force behind what we do. We want to make sure that they are in the spaces leading. I guess I guess I'm still a youth. I'm very much an example of that, and our leadership team and the people that we work with are a huge example of how youth power can work, and it's not to be overlooked. So this wonderful map here is of northeastern North Carolina. Even though we are based in Halifax County, we do work within the northeastern North Carolina region. Where you see our beautiful little logo are places where we have kind of touched or done work in, or have partnerships in. And we want to always expand. So if you are within these counties and you would like to possibly work with us, partner with us, or just want to know a little bit more about us, I'm pretty sure our information is going to come in the next slide, but also I'll drop my email in the chat. Chester will drop his email in the chat and we can connect from there. So I think these next 2 slides are just different things that we're involved in. We have Goose, which is a group of optimism, social engagement. It's one of our organizations that has very much a social justice lens, started by our very own Kentwan Williams. We are a part of the Opera Project, the American Rescue Plan funding, to make sure that our communities are advocated for and they're aware that our counties and towns have got access to this funding. We are big in climate justice. We are a part of 4-H, the North Carolina GSA, and the Turn Up the Count NC. We are part of ArcGIS with our GIS club, which is very fun. And I've learned a lot with Dylan Dotson, our GIS coordinator. Come go with us. We are part of the Healthy Opportunities pilot program. which is about Medicaid recipients receiving different services around food, transportation, behavioral services, and different things like that. School Meals for All and the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. So follow us on Instagram, ABC2NC. We're changing the community, changing the world one community at a time. And like I said, guys, we do a lot. So if you have any questions, like I said, myself and other team members that are on the call could drop their emails in the chat. Thank you, Chester. That way, if you have any other additional questions, feel free to answer us, and we'll be on it all for the Zoom. So just you can direct message us if you have any other questions. And I think that's all that we have. And our website. Thank you.
All right, so hi everyone. My name is Jessica Soldovini and I'm with the Carolina Hunger Initiative. Just wanted to start off today by introducing our team, many of whom are on the call. So we have here Luann Crumpler, who is our director, Tamara Baker, our project and communication director, Helen Roberts, who's our school program manager, Andrew Harrell, our programs and communication manager, Marlene Murata, our nutrition specialist, and Janice Sauer is our newest team member, who is our program specialist with our team. In addition to our core Carolina Hunger Initiative team, we also have some partners with us that are joining us on this effort, including Dr. Alice Ammerman and Lindsay Haynes Maslow from UNC Chapel Hill, as well as Hannah Lane from Duke. And yes, thanks for the compliments on the bus picture. For those of you that joined us at our Summer Palooza events earlier this year, we provided that there. So next, just talking a little bit about, next slide. Many of you may know us, also be familiar with No Kid Hungry North Carolina. So our team is based at the UNC Center for Health Promotion and Disease Prevention. And we started off in 2011, actually in the office of the governor as No Kid Hungry North Carolina. And then in 2014, our team moved over to UNC. And then Carolina Hunger Initiative launched actually during COVID in 2020 as an expansion of our work. And that we were doing as No Kid Hungry North Carolina. So really we're able to expand the scope of work and types of projects that we were working on. So we are the same team of people working towards the same goal of increasing access to healthy foods for North Carolinians. And with our partnership with the National No Kid Hungry, what's really exciting is they've helped support campaigns in other states. And so we're able to work with them on bringing a lot of knowledge and information and expertise as we're working on this campaign. A lot of our work focuses on the federal nutrition assistance programs through both programs. And then we also do some nutrition education work through Carolina Hunger Initiative as well. Next slide. So one of the big areas that our work focuses on is school meals programs. And so we do a lot to support the schools as well as the Department of Public Instruction that administers these programs in North Carolina. Since March of 2020, we've helped award more than $2 million in grant funding with our partners at the National No Kid Hungry, as well as Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina. So we've been really excited about that, to be able to provide some additional funding and support to these school nutrition programs to help support the great work that they're doing. We also do a lot of work around promoting different innovative models for serving meals through schools. So things like breakfast after the bell, also supporting more ways to get meals at no cost to all students, such as community eligibility provision. We do a lot with helping to show the importance of these programs and advocating for the importance and doing research around them and helping to show the link between school meals and other outcomes. And then we also do a variety of support to programs with marketing their programs and other technical assistance as well. Another one of the programs that we do a lot of work around is the summer nutrition program. So many of you on there may be familiar with Ray, our summer nutrition mascot. And for those of you that haven't met him yet, I hope that you're able to make it out to an event in this upcoming summer where Ray will be present, but Ray is actually our mascot for the summer nutrition program. And so one of the things that we do a lot when it comes to summer meals is helping with marketing and promotion. And so Ray, our mascot, helps us a lot with that. But we work closely with the sponsors as well as Department of Public Instruction to help increase awareness of these programs, to help with increasing access to them. We promote tools for finding meals, such as the texting hotline, where you can text food or commuta to 304-304 to find the nearest meal sites near you. On our website, there's also links to other tools that you can use, such as mapping tools as well. The Summer Meals for NC Kids website is a website that we maintain that has a lot of great resources for families, for finding meal sites, for sponsors, for operating meal programs. So it's a great resource to check out related to summer meals. We also do a lot of work around trainings and celebrations. So we worked with the Department of Public Instruction, for example, on Summer Palooza summits that were held last month, recently, in order to promote summer meals programs and provide some training for sponsors, as well as celebrate some of the successes that they've been doing. And last summer, we did a really exciting project as well, where we partnered with school districts across the state and placed college student interns in different communities to provide support to their summer meals programs. Another area of our work is nutrition education. So in addition to increasing access to healthy foods, we also try and teach families how to prepare healthy meals on a limited budget. One of our popular programs is Cooking Matters for Kids, and this is a nutrition education program for 3rd through 5th graders that provides hands-on nutrition and cooking classes. So you can see there some of our graduates in that picture. I'm very excited to have their graduation certificates and aprons and hats. We also, during COVID, we had to transition and we started offering online programming that we've continued. And so we also offer an online Cooking Matters at Home program, which teaches families how to prepare healthy meals on a limited budget. And those are offered over Zoom. So those are great resources. And then when those classes, our next series comes up, we encourage you to share the families that you work with. Those are open to all that are interested. We also, during the summertime, will be out at summer meal sites doing nutrition education at various summer programs. And then if you check out our website, carolinahungerinitiative.org, we have an extensive collection of different nutrition education resources that you can check out, from handouts to recipes, and also a monthly newsletter that you can sign up to receive as well, that Marley, our nutrition specialist, puts together for us each month. That's a great resource. And then just in terms of the School Meals for All, we're really excited to be part of this effort. This is something that our team that really fits well with our work, and we're very excited to be part of, because we do feel that school meals are a critical program for kids and families, and are just so excited that we are all working together on this effort. But some of the ways that our team is helping to contribute to the School Meals for All initiative, one includes supporting the research and evaluation efforts. So helping to make sure to look into the research in terms of that supports this campaign, as well as we'll be doing some surveys and interviews as well around it. We're providing communication support. We are going to be working with champions. So we've been working with groups like the Teachers and Principals of the Year, for example, in North Carolina, and helping to get others to speaking on this issue. We also are going to be coordinating visits to individuals for school and summer meal sites. If you were on earlier in the call, we mentioned that we took some UNC students out yesterday that are helping with some School Meals for All projects to go visit a meal site. And we're also planning to coordinate visits for legislators and other individuals as well. And then another thing too we've done, for those of you that attended our annual North Carolina Child Hunger Leaders Conference, we did have a big focus on School Meals for All at that as well.
Hey, Jessica, I have a question. So if there's someone on the call that has interest in kind of seeing what a school nutrition program looks like inside the school, is that something that people can do? And if so, how can they do that?
Yeah, you can. Individuals are welcome to go and visit school meal sites. Those can be coordinated through the school nutrition team. If you need help with getting in contact with somebody in your community, then feel free to reach out to us and we can help make some connections.
Awesome. Thanks, Jessica.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a little bit about our team, our program. But if anyone else from our team has anything they want to add, feel free to do so. But yeah, we look forward to working with you all on this.
I'd like to say that we're very excited to be part of the leadership team. We've been working on this issue for a long time, but to have the energy and enthusiasm and skill of people on the leadership team, for us to work alongside them is a real honor for us. And we really appreciate being included in this coalition and look forward to great things happening in the future.
Wonderful. Yes, the Center for Black Health and Equity is also very happy to be a part of this coalition. I'm happy to share with you all a little bit of background information on the center today, and very happy to see so many people on the call in support of School Meals for All North Carolina. My name is Kayla Holland. I am the Food and Nutrition Program Coordinator for the Center for Black Health and Equity. And I want to talk to you all a little bit about our mission and how it aligns with our role in this work. So who is the Center for Black Health and Equity? Well, we've been around since June 2000, and for almost 23 years, we have been working to improve the health of African-American communities by addressing the intersection of health, social justice, and economic empowerment. We hold systems accountable and develop equitable solutions for community empowerment. And we were originally founded as NAPTN, the National African-American Tobacco Prevention Network, and early on focused on reversing the burden of preventable smoking-related disease and deaths in African-American communities. But that was back in our founding years. And since then, we've continued on that work in addition to addressing other core influencers on African-Americans' health, and that includes food insecurity. So this is where our work with School Meals for All North Carolina fits in. And our role in the coalition is to co-lead this project and support outreach in our communities. Along with the coalition leadership team that you've heard from today, the center has committed to supporting efforts toward policy change that will help improve access for North Carolina students and hopefully begin to alleviate food insecurity in North Carolina as a whole. Next slide, please. Thank you. Okay, so among the many logos that you've all seen, if you were on the call earlier this morning or on the School Meals for All North Carolina website, you may have noticed that we also have Mount Carmel Helps, Old North State Medical Foundation, as well as Community Health Coalition. And these three coalitions have amazing reach in North Carolina, and the center is working with these three coalitions to build community capacity around school meals, focusing on Central, Western, and Eastern North Carolina. The lead coalition is Mount Carmel Helps, and our supporting coalitions are Old North State Medical Foundation and Community Health Coalition. And all three coalitions strengthen our efforts in this important cause, as well as support the center's current mission to facilitate and implement the promotion of comprehensive policies, community-led programs, and culturally competent public health campaigns that benefit people of African descent. Last slide, please. So for anyone looking to support or connect with the center, feel free to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. You can find my email in the chat, and I'm also going to put the link again for our website. So you guys feel free to reach out and continue having lots of fun on this call today.
Thanks, Val. This was a great overview of the leadership team for the School Meals for All Coalition. We've got a few minutes before we move on to our next section, where we're going to hear from some of our partners and learn a little bit about why they're supporting School Meals for All. In the meantime, are there any questions, comments from anyone?
If there aren't any questions right now, you guys can continue putting them in the chat, I just wanted to jump in and stress or remind everyone what Alicia said earlier, that even though advocacy might sound like a scary word, we want to stress that we're all going to come together today to make that less scary, more easy, and take action together.
Absolutely, Kayla. And I'm also dropping the link to the advocacy guide in the chat in case you have not received that. This guide has all the tips and tricks to make advocating for school meals for all as easy as possible. So make sure you take a look at that. And if you still have questions, we'll be here all day. I'm happy to chat about anything. And I'll also drop my email in the chat. If you have direct questions, I'll be happy to chat. And up next, we have some partner sharing happening. This is an open forum. If you are with an organization or a coalition or anything like that, no matter where you're at in the state, we welcome you to hop on in and share a little bit about the work that you're doing. We want to hear it all, no matter where you're located.
And don't forget, guys, you can hop in and out throughout the day. You've got 4 minutes if you want to take a stretch break, get another cup of coffee, maybe make a sandwich. And we'll be back at 11 with partner sharing. All right, I've already moved on to noon and it's not there yet. It is 11. I'm going to stop sharing so that we can hear from some of our partners. All right, and I know that I think Second Harvest has said they would like to share. I'm not sure if someone is on from them and ready to go, but if not, we can open it up to the floor.
I think we might have someone coming soon from the Food Bank of Eastern and Central North Carolina, but fingers crossed we get a lot